welcome back to the Tarot Cottage. My name is Amy. I'm back today with a pick a card reading. I want to say welcome to my beautiful returning subscribers and welcome so much to all of my new subscribers this month. Thank you guys so much for subscribing. Thank you so much for joining our beautiful soul family here. If you're new to the channel, be sure to drop your comment below and leave a comment under any of my videos this month for your chance to win a free tarot reading. If you are one of my returning subscribers, you already know that I will draw a name usually once a week from my subscriber list and people who drop comments below as a thank you to my subscribers for your support, for your presence here on my channel. So if you're new to the channel, or even if you're just new here for the very first time today, please subscribe, hit your notification bell, drop your comment below because I would love to give you a chance to win a free reading and I would love a chance to connect with you. To everyone who is here today, though, for today's pick a card topic, we're looking at an urgent message from Spirit for you today. And they want to talk to you about the next major event or the next major change that's coming in for you in your life. And so I felt really strongly an impression to do a reading about this today. So if this reading found you, it may have found you for a reason. So be sure to stick around. And I have 3 piles to choose from today. Pile number 1 with the Magical Forest Tarot. Pile number 2 with the Herb Crafters Tarot, I believe that is. And pile number 3 with the Mythical or Mystical Medleys Tarot. So whichever pile or piles you're calling out to you today, there may be a message waiting from your spirit team about an urgent message that they would like to speak to you about today, about the next major event or next major change that's coming in for you. My timestamps are listed below and I'm going to jump right into pile number 1. Again, it's all about an urgent message that you need to hear today about the next major event coming in for you in your life. Pile 1. Hello, pile number 1. You were drawn to the magical, I believe it's called the Magical Forest Tarot. And this is your reading, an urgent message that you need to hear today, a turn of events coming in for you. The Wheel of Fortune is your first card. So what is the next major event? Next major change that's going to happen to you, pile 1. We have the Queen of Wands. We have the Emperor. I feel like you've been waiting for something to happen in your life too. I feel like you've been kept waiting in a lot of different arenas in your life, or you just feel like in life you've always waited for things to come to you. It's like you're always the last to know things. You're always the last to achieve what you want in life, or it feels that way sometimes when you look around you. We have the Chariot. But we definitely have movement for you, pile 1. You could be a fire sign. You could be a Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. We also have Cancer energy here and Taurus energy. We have the King of Swords. Back of the deck is the 10 of Cups. We do have the 3 of Swords. There's a huge leap here between the 3 of Swords and the 10 of Cups. So things are turning around overnight, it almost feels like. And my mom used to say that to me when I was young and I was lamenting about things not progressing for me. She'd say, you know, Amy, things can change overnight. And they do. We have the Ace of Wands. What is the next major change coming for pile number 1, please? The Star. I love this so much. Aquarius energy. You are going to be shown finally, because I feel like I'm saying finally for a reason, because you've been waiting for this. You're finally going to be shown what you've been waiting for and why nothing has gone to waste, why this period of time that you've been waiting hasn't gone to waste, why your efforts haven't gone to waste, your manifestations, your desires. We have the Page of Cups, because the next big change coming in for you, pile 1, is an opportunity in love. And it's not just any opportunity in love as well. As I said, we're bridging a huge gap here between the 3 of Swords and the 10 of Cups. And there's a huge gap here to jump between the Page of Cups and this 10 of Cups too, which means it's the beginnings of investment, but it's still exactly where you want to be. It's going to take you exactly where you need to be and where you want to be overall, this beautiful 10 of Cups. You're meeting someone new. We have the Knight of Wands reversed, coming out with the Moon reversed. And they're talking about things about to be revealed to you. And they're even talking about your intuition has been a bit peaked. So you may have dreams, some strange dreams coming in for you as well, which is going to highlight this change. So I feel like you feel change coming. You may be feeling anxious or frustrated or worried because you can feel the precipice of change coming. You're very intuitive. So sometimes you let emotion get in the way of your intuition, but you can feel something brewing, and that's your intuition telling you the wait is almost over. And that's what they want you to know, that you've already overcome everything that has contributed to the sadness. The worst is behind you, and this has only empowered you. That's why the heart is red. That's why the coat is red. That's why the feet are red. You've already overcome so much. So much of the wait is already over. We have the King of Swords coming out multiple times. The person coming forward for you is a very smart and collected person. They could be an entrepreneur or someone who runs their own business. They're very focused, very intelligent, great communicator, albeit a little bit stubborn when it comes to their own opinion. But this is somebody who you can rely upon. This is somebody who gives great advice. They could be a Libra, so please take that as it resonates. Here's the Three of Swords again as back of deck. And look at this. Both of these Three of Swords have a 9 associated with them. One is the the 9 of Swords, which is overthinking and worrying. And you get the 9 of Pentacles, because this was my main answer. These are just supports. The traditional tarot here was just the support answer. So what you're worried about is not going to come to pass. You're worried that this will never happen for you. But what you're going to achieve, that's why they're saying keep your wits about you, because what you're going to achieve is a partner that will be perfect for you. They're not a perfect person, because nobody is, but they're going to be perfect for you. And so they want you to know that the wait is almost over. For some of you, this is coming in immediately, popping up out of the blue. For others, you do not have a very long wait. The Page of Cups indicates a very short journey before this opportunity arises for you. So the next big event for you is this spark of change, and you already feel it brewing. That's why you're feeling anxious. That's why you're feeling perhaps a little bit frustrated, a little bit of a lack of focus, which is not like you. So this Queen of Wands is a frog for a reason, because it's time to clear out all of that clutter and keep your eyes on the horizon, because you have love coming in. And it's not, again, they want you to explore it in the passion and in the spirit of passion and excitement and exploration. But it has so much possibility. It has so much possibility to give you the desires of your heart. And the 10 of Cups, that encompasses our desires, and all of our desires are very personalized. So whatever this means to you, it could mean family, it could mean commitment, it could mean children. For others, it could just mean a really emotionally supportive partnership that lasts for a really long time. It's abundance, though. And it's finally a freedom from a limiting mindset, or from, in the very least, a waiting mindset, an impatience mindset. We have co-create with spirit. And they said that you've been working on this focus or on this manifestation for some time, and that's where the frustration is coming in, because you've been trying to manifest love, you've been trying to manifest change, and it hasn't happened yet. And so the longer that we get this delay, we start to question whether it's coming at all. But you're dappled with potential. Look at this egg about to burst. That's why they're asking you for that focus now, because the cheetah is a symbol of a very important opportunity, and the cheetah can only has a burst of strength. It can only sprint. And so it's really important for us to be ready for this opportunity, because it holds so much weight of abundance behind it. And so Spirit says it's time. The pause before action that you've experienced is just been a pause, and now it's time to take advantage of this next opportunity. We have truth be told. Number 14, time to take our masks off. There's an emphasis on air energy here. So you could be an air sign as well. Although there's a lot of fire from the Divine Feminine, but there's a lot of air elements here. So Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra. But the 14 is about temperance, and about the delay was meant to help you learn how to navigate a certain amount of equilibrium, or a certain amount of readjustment when we feel off balance, when we feel influenced by delays and insecurities. The delay was meant to help us learn how to navigate through that and gain mastery over that impatience. What's the next major event coming in for pile number? You have all the resources you need. I just saw the resourcefulness card. And I feel like Spirit's really trying to encourage you to take that leap of faith, to push yourself out of your comfort zone, because I feel like you almost become too comfortable feeling uncomfortable or feeling frustrated, because we have follow your passion, the Black Panther, going out on a limb. And it's somebody that there's something about the Black Panther that talks about unexpected attractions. So someone that you perhaps never thought would be on your radar, somebody that you never thought you would be attracted to. It's like somebody different. We have Lion, ask for what you want, and now it's about to come in. It's like, be careful what you wish for because you're about to get it. You are safe and protected at all times. The Wolf with the Guardian energy. And so your guides are really excited about bringing in this message, and it's an urgent message for you because you've been waiting and because they know that you've been waiting and they know you don't like that. So they want to reassure you that your wait is over. You have finally, they can see the finish line. We have here, dance. Allow yourself some fun each day, just as the sun dances with the moon each night. And that's what they're encouraging on this next chapter for you, is to just embrace the journey. Have fun with it, explore with this person. I feel like they're going to teach you a lot. They could actually be a teacher for someone watching because they're a really good communicator and there's a leadership quality to them. It's like they have a boss energy. We have resilience. You are strong as the evergreen trees, and now that resilience is going to be rewarded. And we have change. Falling leaves do not signify the end, but just the beginning of your fruitful new season. And the fruit that you harvest is going to be huge. Obviously not overnight, but it's going to be huge at the end of the day. Back of the deck says renew. Nature continually renews itself year after year, and you are a part of that process. Let's get a charm bowl, please, for pile number 1. Can you tell me about this next big chapter and change coming in for pile number 1? Well, that's too many. We'll put in 3, and they all stick together. 1, missed the bowl. 2, King of Swords, very strong Libra element here. The 7 of Pentacles, everything's been in limbo. Sometimes the 7 of Pentacles has been called in the past the impatience card. And when we're really focused on all of the impatience and all that we want to produce for ourselves and we're not getting it, we could miss the opportunity. Because we're closing out old chapters, we're planting brand new beginnings. And Spirit says it could start in the form of communication for you with this person. So you may connect with them in that capacity, some sort of online capacity where you're communicating back and forth, and that's where the attraction will bloom. So please take that as it resonates to your situation. In the charm bowl today, we have the Rose of Empowerment. We have T and A. We also have the apple. I do think of teaching. I feel like there's a teaching element to this person. There's also a children element, so they could be a public school teacher. The chariot energy with the bicycle. We have the Rose of Empowerment. We also have the blue whale. And I think about the divine masculine and expression. So this person's a really good communicator. We have from the restriction, the reality, the insecurity of no attachment to something so much more. We have me versus me, and we're traveling. I always think of the sisterhood of traveling pants with this energy. It's so close to like the root chakra. And so your sense of security is going to be bolstered or is going to be improved in the future with this connection. All right, pile 1, that's what I have for you today. I hope that it resonates with you. Even if you have to come back, I would love to hear your story in the comments section below. And if you do feel inspired to leave me a comment, be sure to hit your notification bell and your like button so that I can notify you if you're chosen the winner. Please be wary of spammers in my comment section who are offering WhatsApp numbers or cell phone numbers. I do not solicit readings in the comment section in that way. I only offer my private reading to the winner, and I will make it very clear that that's me. But please check out my other links below for Etsy for a personal reading or for Instagram. But I really hope that you come back and visit me on another day at the Tarot Cottage, and I hope you have a great day. Hello, pile number 2. You were drawn to the Herb Crafters Tarot, and this is your reading. An urgent message meant to find you today about the next major event or next big change happening for you. So what do your guides and angels want to tell you? Ooh. Knight of Pentacles, Knight of Swords, and the Empress. What is the next major change coming in for pile number 2, please? The 6 of Swords. Two of Pentacles and the King of Pentacles. the Two of Fire. And we have the Lovers. Okay. Getting a pretty big message coming in for someone right now. Back of the deck, we have the Five of Swords and we have the Three of Swords. Now, the Five of Swords is an energy of clearance. It's connected to the White Sage. We also have the Three of Swords here as well, and the Eight of Cups. So let's clarify this message as we go forward. What is the next major change happening for pile number 2, please? I think that this change is going to be executed by you. And I feel like it's not going to come as a surprise that the next big change could involve a big decision when it comes to you and your environment. Spirit called it a collaboration of sorts, this big change, but ultimately it's somebody is in control of that collaboration, or somebody's in control of the action that happens next. And it could have something to do with a karmic relationship or with a relationship in general. I feel like you've been holding space for this connection for a long time for many different reasons. You've been on the fence about what to do, but you're not really on the fence about what to do. It's like there's a clarity here about what you're not receiving. But it's like we're even here with the Knight of Swords. The Knight of Swords wants to be in motion. He's on horseback usually in a lot of the different decks that I have, because it's always about movement with the horses. But in this case, it's a sitz bath, which means that all the lower chakras, the root chakra, the sacral chakra, the solar plexus chakra, all of these have been affected by this situation and has left you feeling perhaps a lack of empowerment, a lack of focus, a lack of strength. All of these, and it's been happening for a while in this environment. It's paling. It's like there's a sense of it paling the truth in you, or making you feel less abundant than you actually truly are in that environment. But sometimes the Empress can even embody other elements, like she is responsible for many things sometimes she's a mother. And so for someone watching, there could be children involved. And so that's another reason why you've grounded yourself for so long, longer than perhaps you should have in that environment. Because this is not a change, Spirit says, that's coming in suddenly. This is a change that you have been grappling with, a decision that you've been grappling with for a while. I just saw the Queen of Cups. You could be a water sign, a Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. We have Virgo here as well. Gemini. Yeah, Eight of Cups. You're walking away. You're finding your empowerment. And I feel like you really care about what other people think, and that's really influencing the decision that you're going to have to make. But I feel like, again, it's been this fantastical plan for a while, and there's this aspect about you checking out long before you physically walk away. And oftentimes that is an aspect of the Divine Feminine. You know, in relationships, the Divine Feminine mentally prepares before she physically executes. And so there's been this repotting. This plant is being repotted into a bigger pot. And I don't feel like you're making this decision lightly, which is why you've grappled with it for so long. And it's going to take a lot of strength for you to execute this major change. But the truth is that new opportunity awaits you. And there's an acknowledgement that with the nettle here, you know, the nettle is very medicinal, and this is a change that you need, but it still stings and it still hurts. And so Spirit wants to acknowledge that, to be gentle with yourself, to have compassion with yourself during this clearance. That you may feel like you have to make this change to preserve something within yourself that you feel like has been taken from you, or in the very least you're not receiving in that environment. And I feel like you're taking your time to really think about it, which is very important when you're making a discernible decision. And that's what they're encouraging. You know, this Four of Swords is talking about a healing cycle that may have to be required of you after this choice is made. But it's like a choice of I have to. It's like when I'm honest with myself, and I'm finally being honest with myself, and I'm looking at things from every angle, and not just from my emotional perspective, or not from the gaze of other people that could be in my care. If I'm honest with myself, yes, it stings, but I know that I have to make that choice. And it's difficult, but when we have the Five and the Ace together, that is the Six of Swords. That there can be peace, there can be calm waters, there can be more clarity on the other side of this leap. And so Spirit's advice to you is to take those baby steps that you're feeling inspired to take now, because while you do that, you're going to have the pull of your ego to bring your awareness back to the past. That's why the Seven of Swords is here. He's looking backwards. He's got his swords by the blade end, which means if he falls, he's going to hurt himself. And so that's why Spirit is supporting you during this process with this Knight of Pentacles. Steadfast security, steadfast access to them. And there's also the promise coming in from the Knight of Pentacles that when you take steadfast action, when you take steadfast steps towards your emotional abundance, you will make it to your destination. You will make it to security. You will make it to clarity. You will make it to that source of strength, and you'll be empowered in that new chapter. So they are indicating the next major event here for you, the next major change coming in for you, pile 2. Sorry, my throat's weird today from my cold. Is a change that you are going to execute yourself. It is a major change because it feels like you're walking away from investments in your work realm or in your home realm specifically. Specifically in an environment that you're no longer satisfied. And this isn't a surprise. You already know where your dissatisfaction lies because you've been grappling with this for some time. We have chaos and conflict. And it's number 33 because we're dealing with foundations that we've invested in. And that could be why we've avoided this in the first place. We've avoided the chaos and conflict. But ultimately, Spirit wants to, we have loyalty coming in reverse. We also have no place like home and to be fair reversed. And all of these aspects here, it's like you feel like your loyalty is being tested. You're worried what other people are going to think about your aspect of loyalty in this environment. But that's why Spirit wants you to know that they want you to apply that sense of loyalty that you've always applied to every other force, every other relationship in your life. They want you to apply it to yourself now. It's your turn, they say. It's time to clear. You started with here with the white sage of clearance, and now we have the strength to bring it to completion, to take that leap of faith and clear out the clutter. And so the next big change for you, pile 1, is the clearance that you're going to create in your relationship. But there's new opportunities waiting for you in the unknown. Yes, it stings a little bit, but there is still opportunities. We have you are safe and protected at all times. The Guardian. And it says, accept your follies and find the teaching in them. We also have here, honor your soul's purpose, because there's an aspect of expression here and being honest about our true feelings, bringing honesty to light with the Seven of Swords. And that may be very difficult for you to do. But Spirit says if you continue floundering in the emotionally unfulfilling environment that you're in, you're going to drown in it. And so it's not about you looking at yourself and being really critical about, oh, I made a mistake here and I made a mistake there. It's about finding the lesson with the choices that you've made. You've never made a mistake. You've simply had lessons, and you've had to face the consequences of those choices. And so now Spirit doesn't want you to look at your investment as some sort of mistake, but look at the present moment and look at the investment overall as a learning curve that you have now come to a complete cycle with. You no longer require that investment to continue moving forward. They also want you to know that you're smart, you're capable, and you have all the resources you need. And that's why the honesty with yourself is critical during this reflection phase of the Hermit, because we're grounding ourselves to the practical steps that we have to take. And that means that we have to be open and honest with what we can achieve. You are way stronger than you give yourself credit for. Uncertainty. They want you to know that the shades of gray within the fog will eventually lift. The dust will settle, the smoke will clear, and we have make a wish with a dandelion in the wind. A wish for yourself, they say. We have dance. Allow yourself some fun each day, just as the sun dances with the moon each night. And when I see that card or the word dance, I think of that Garth Brooks song, The Dance. It's a very bittersweet, nostalgic song about life and how our investments, when we make them with a lot of faith in our hearts. With pure faith, with intention, but everything shifts and changes. Nothing stays constant. And so you are an evolution in progress. And so when you recognize that you have outgrown an environment and you recognize that environment isn't growing with you, it's time to be honest and make the appropriate or take the appropriate action. They say, be like the woods, calm, soothing, mysterious, and full of life. They also want to offer their support at this time, but they have to have access to you. So they're hoping that you will give them that permission. Let's get a charm bowl, please, for pile number 2. Advice for the next big change coming in for pile number 2. Five of Cups, the Five of Swords, and the Seven of Pentacles. You've been delaying this too long because you don't want to deal with the conflict and the upheaval. You don't want to deal with the arguments. You don't want to deal with the pain. You don't want to deal with any of those things. But the longer we spend in a zone where we're reflecting upon what we're not receiving, that's the seed that we're planting in that present moment, and we're actually pushing off our abundance. We're actually telling the universe that we're okay with just a mediocre experience. And comfort zones may be comfortable, but that doesn't mean that they're a happy place. We have the letter J. We also have here the honeybee. I think of self-sacrifice. I think about sweet results that await you. We do have a ring, and it says forever. It's a puzzle piece, so it could be a commitment that you're breaking or that you feel like you're breaking at this time. We have C, JC. We have love on a foundation, so this is affecting your environment or your investments in love. We do have the stethoscope, so a blocked heart chakra or a hospital nursing connection. We have the Queen of Wands, Leo, Aries, Sagittarius energy, and there's a lot of focus with her. She is required to have that focus so that she can move through chapters easily, and so Spirit is hoping for that focus from you. They also say that you're keeping yourself waiting in the unknown. Your higher self is waiting for you in the unknown. This skull is a symbol of reality, transition, and grief, because there is going to be a grief aspect associated with this major change. But on the other side of that is opportunity and clarity. All right, pile number 2, that's what I have for you today. I hope that it resonates with you, and I would love to hear your story below in the comments section, even if you have to come back. Your guides have given you some tools today to reflect upon, so that you can make discernible decisions about major events that are coming up for you. But ultimately, they will follow you down that path, no matter what path you do choose. If you are interested in a personal reading, I do have a link below for Etsy, and I have a link for Instagram as well, and I often offer a chance to win a free mini read over there, so check me out over there. But I hope that you come back and visit me on another day at the Tarot Cottage, and I hope you have a great day. Hello, pile number 3. You were drawn to the Mystical Medleys tarot deck, and this is your reading. An urgent message that you need to hear today about the next major event or big change in your life. What is going to happen to pile number 3? What is the next major event or change coming in for pile number 3, please? We have the Knight of Cups. We have the Moon. We have the Sad Squirrel. And you know, it's interesting because I just heard wolf in sheep's clothing. We have the King of Cups. The next big change coming in for you, pile number 3. We have the Five of Swords. Back of the deck, we have the King of Swords. And we have the Three of Cups. And I'm going to clarify this as we go forward. What is the next big change coming in for you? Whoops. Pile number 3. We have the World. We have the Devil and the Queen of Cups. It's almost feeling like a cautionary tale. It feels like it's coming in as a cautionary tale for you, pile 3. I feel like someone is already communicating with somebody online, and this person seems too good to be true. That's what it feels like. It's like they're really presenting themselves as romantic and just... they're even like they even wear nice clothes. There's just something about them that's just too good to be true or something. I feel like you're already communicating with someone. We have the Four of Cups. The Page of Wands. The High Priestess. Okay, so the message is becoming clearer to me, which I'm happy about. We have the Hanged Man, we have the Knight of Wands as well. Okay, so there is this chapter in your life. You may be immersed in it right now, to be honest, or it could be upon you, but I feel like there's already a communication process, or you recently ended a communication process with someone, or you're in the midst of it, because there is this aspect about somebody that you're really attracted to. They could be a Scorpio energy. There's also Capricorn here. And it could be the Queen, it could be the divine feminine here that is the Scorpio energy. So please take that as it resonates. You don't have to be a Scorpio, but I bring that forward because sometimes people are interested in their energy showing up in the reading. And so there's this feeling of a lot of communication, a lot of unknowns about this person. And it does feel like a cautionary tale about this person. If you are communicating with someone and it feels a little bit too good to be true, you may find that they disappoint you when there is, when it requires vulnerability from them. You may find that they disappoint you, but the focus of this reading is not the disappointment that you're going to experience with this person. They do feel a little bit like a wolf in sheep's clothing, to be honest. But Spirit is really indicating that what they want your focus to be on is on the horizon, that this person that you're communicating with now, or if you're in the midst of this disappointment, don't get focused on the disappointment that this person creates for you. Because this situation could definitely create enough apathy in you, enough frustration, enough disappointment that you may close yourself down. And that's exactly the opposite of what Spirit says you need. That's why it's urgent that they talk to you today, because they want to get your attention, but they want to take it away from this person that has had your focus. Sorry, my throat's closing. Sorry about that. See, even my throat is closing. It's like they want you to stop talking to that person because they say that you're going to go through the cycle with this person and they're just going to end up disappointing you. They're going to have this epiphany and it's purposeful. Everything that's going to happen next for you is purposeful. Even the disappointment, even the frustration, even the internal conflict, because your higher self is stepping forward saying, this is just a sort of there's the Seven of Cups. This is just an example of what you do not want in your life. And this is being set as an example so that you have that to look up to in the next chapter, what they want you to know is coming in for you. Because they say that this experience could be disappointing enough that you just say, I don't want to plant any more seeds. I'm done. I'm closing my door. I'm closing my door to offers. I'm not even going to see any offers that are coming in because I'm so focused on what just happened here. But on the horizon is something more, is something bigger, is something better, is celebration, is a true emperor. So if you're dealing with like an emperor in disguise, a wolf in sheep's clothing, you have the true emperor waiting for you. It's in the unknown. And so the next big change for you, pile 3, is first a cycle of communication with someone that will definitely disappoint you. They seem too good to be true, and they probably are. But after that, and it feels like pretty soon after that, almost immediately after that, you're going to have another path to explore. And so Spirit really wants to get your attention today because they want you to be open to exploring it, basically. Because they say that you may turn your back on emotion for a time, and you may be like, I'm taking a break from people, I'm taking a break from love, I'm taking a break from searching for more. And they're not saying that you can't do that, but they just want to get your attention so that you're willing to at least explore the opportunity that's coming in, because your higher self doesn't just warn us of any old opportunity that comes in. She warns us of really important ones that offer us a lot of growth, whether spiritually or, practically speaking. And so that's why she stepped forward with this message today. Not because of the person that you perhaps recently have been communicating with, but because somebody after that person is coming in, and it's almost immediately after for someone watching. Which is why they're like, you're not going to have a lot of wiggle room, downtime with this mentality of closing the chapter on love. You're not going to have a lot of time to wiggle in that energy field before this opportunity presents you. That's why the King of Cups has his eye on the horizon with the telescope. But he's still trying to turn his back on that emotion. But if we do that, this ship will pass, and we won't get the chance that Spirit says is coming for us, which is celebration. You can see that in this case, the Three of Cups is about you going out and having fun. It's all of these skulls, which are a symbol of reality, transition, and grief. This person could end up being sort of a player. It could end up being, someone that is just not invested in your connection the way that you want them to be, this original person. But that's why they want you to let that grief and that change, shift, and let it go by. Let the transition happen, because celebration is waiting for you on the other side of that release. And it's this Taurus energy. It's something that is protective, someone that will protect your heart space. This Knight of Cups will be always concerned about his own vulnerability and his own protection in his heart space. He's going to be concerned about the conflict that it will create for him. But this energy coming in for you is going to be protective of you. And so they're trying to lure you into the future. They're trying to bolster your strength or your confidence about what you could be experiencing right now, or what you're about to experience in love, because they're worried that it will make you feel like a bit of a version of yourself, or make you feel really frustrated, when it's actually supposed to be doing is highlighting options for you. It's supposed to be showing you exactly what you don't want to experience, so that you know exactly what you do want to experience. Because there's the Nine of Pentacles, and Spirit's very adamant that, I just dropped this card, it's on the floor. I'll just pick these up. Spirit is adamant that they're never going to force this action upon you, but that they are really nudging you and encouraging you, because you'll be really happy that you did. The Nine of Pentacles is someone who took the steps they were guided to take, and they're reveling in the results. And so the Hanged Man wants you to know that although you have a critical truth, or maybe you just experienced that, maybe in the present moment you're experiencing that upheaval right now of disappointment because of past connection, or very recent past connection, but your higher self says more is about to be revealed to you. And it is an opportunity that you're supposed to say yes to, and it's going to be mixed with that reality, the reality of the grief that you just experienced. So it's going to cross paths. It's going to interlap on each other. And Spirit doesn't want you to let that past experience influence this new chapter, so they want you to surrender to it. You'll be glad that you did. We have a leg up. It's reversed. And you know what's interesting is that Spirit is indicating that in a way, this individual that leads you to the current frustration with the sad squirrel, that they were meant to come into your lifetime. They were meant to create this internal conflict. They were this sort of a trigger or a prompt to this next chapter for healing for you. And so in a sense, they're going to kind of do you a favor by creating some of this internal conflict, by creating some of the disappointment. They're doing you a favor. But they also want to influence this reading. Like, there's an aspect here with the 34. It reminds me of the 7 of Wands in the reverse position. And that's really this aspect of quitting, stalling. It's like, I'm not gonna bother anymore. And so Spirit says, we're trying to give you a leg up in life, and we want you to push through with determination instead of falling back into complacency because of what you just experienced. A frustrating past does not have to lead to an abundant future, because this is really important. Soulmates, the Emperor Penguin. And what I love about this is that I really feel a lot of energy of the Emperor Penguin. Here's the Emperor, because the Divine Masculine, or the male Emperor Penguin, is very family oriented, very protective of his nest. He's the one that kind of guards the babies while the female's out hunting. Like, there's just something very worthwhile about this next chapter and about this person. They are like the exact opposite of this energy that just disappointed you, or that will disappoint you. And that's why your guides and your higher self is like, we have a really important message for you to push through this period of frustration and keep your eye on the horizon, because love is coming in for you. And it's important love. It's an important opportunity, I should say, because again, Spirit won't force us to go down that path, but they do encourage us. They do inspire us with signs and symbols. And your higher self says that you're very much in tune with your intuition, that you're able to access it, and you do have a deep knowing that you can rely on. And so there's this aspect of you, even though you're really, really attracted to this old energy, because there's something really probably physically alluring about them, that there's something inside of you that knows that it's not right for you. And so trust your intuition to guide you in the next chapter as well. What is the next big change coming in, please, for pile number 3? ingenuity. The situation is calling for adaptability and innovation. And the monkey, I always think about monkeys on my back, and I always think about burdens on my shoulders and the fear of the unknown. But Spirit says you're smart enough to separate these two events. And they say that it's time to adapt to the changes. First of all, I love that the fox is here, because I always think of the King of Swords. This person waiting for you or coming in the unknown could be a Taurus, but they could be also a Libra energy. You could also be the Libra energy. And so they want you to kind of rely on how intelligent you are and adapt to all the changes that are coming in. Back of the deck, this came out in all three piles. Actually, you are safe and protected at all times. Your guides really want you to know that they are walking this path with you and that they are the ones bringing forward this message. Next big change coming in for pile number 3, please. Time to reconnect. Secrets lurk in the captive shadows deep in the woods. Time to reconnect to your spirit team. That's what they want. They say that if you're feeling this frustration, if you're feeling overlooked or helpless, or if you're feeling stuck, it's time to reconnect with your team. They say that to lift your vibration, you can use music. It's a wonderful way. It says there's melody to be heard in the deepest part of the woods if we only listen. And they say that you're very intuitive, that if you really spend some time meditating, if you spend some time trying to commune with your guides, they're going to bring you in some symbols and signs that you will understand. We have patience. Everything can be accomplished at nature's pace. An adventure, live wild and free. They're not communicating to you that you have to jump in with both feet and agree to commitment. They just want you to have fun with it. That's all. They just want you to enjoy the process. Your higher self is just simply asking you to explore the option, because she's worried, he's worried that you're not going to be able to turn your gaze towards empowerment, and that it's like you won't even bother in the next chapter because of everything you just experienced or that you're about to experience. And so that's why your higher self is saying, you don't have to come in with a commitment mindset. You can take it day by day, but they just want you to take it day by day. Back of the deck says, woods, be like the woods, calm, soothing, mysterious, and full of life. You don't have to share all of your truths with this next chapter yet either. The two of you are going to be building a rapport. You're going to be building a friendship, so to speak, but it's a flirtatious friendship, and it definitely leads to more. And so they're just asking you to carry some of this fear mindset. They say that they know that you're a little bit guarded moving into the future, and that's okay. Bring your guards with you. Look at your ego, look at your guards, and say, come for the ride, because we're moving anyway. Let's get a charm bowl, please, for pile number 3. Place the pile number 3, please. The next big change coming in for pile number 3. We have the Chariot, the Temperance, and the Page of Pentacles reversed. The Page of Pentacles in the reverse is the stress energy, and it's somebody who's not really adapting to the lesson that their guides are trying to bring in. It's like there's this sense of emotional turbulence with the Temperance, of feeling imbalance and being pulled emotionally in different directions because of what we've just been through, or again, what you're about to go through with the current energy that you could be talking to. Because they're, again, bringing forward the cautionary tale title. That this Chariot energy is all about you moving forward, and right now it's in a state of limbo that you don't have to invest emotionally in this next chapter right away. They're not asking for an emotional investment. They're just asking for the exploration. And it's through that day-by-day exploration, even when you do it in a spirit of fear. If you're doing it afraid, that's okay too. It's through that day-by-day exploration that leads you to the sunshine, that leads you to clarity, and it leads you to the ultimate outcome in this connection, which can be positive, and it can be ultimately commitments with the Queen of Cups and with the Emperor. We have U, O, and A. Could be initials. We have the Divine Feminine World. It's in an axis, so it's turning. We do have sweet results that await you with this a relationship with the 2 swans. We also have here the unique energy of the unicorn. We have a guitar, electric guitar, and we have the American flag. We also have the starfish, so healing for the Divine Feminine as well as the Divine Masculine. Actually, it's a green energy. And we have a commandment from the Bible that says, thou shalt not steal. And then we have forever. All right, pile number 3, that's what I have for you today. I hope that it resonates with you. I would love to hear your story, even if you have to come back to tell me your story. Please subscribe to the channel, hit your notification bell, and drop your comment below for your chance to win a free reading. Be sure to check my links below for Etsy for personal reading as well, or for Instagram. But I hope you come back and visit me on another day at the Tarot Cottage, and I hope you have a great day.